All right, Grandad.
Hello,
You
mate.
look at me out.
I'm sorry, I was trying to work out the windows.
The window's undone. He's trying to do it up while I'm
no.
leaning on it, as if my day's not bad enough at the moment. So Grandad's got some stuff to take down the rubbish dump, so I said I'll give him a lift. But we got basically to the gates and there's a big queue, and I need to go to the toilet. The old IBS is kicking in pretty fast. So there's a massive, and I say massive, Sainsbury's. Not no muggy supermarket. We're talking Sainsbury's here, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we've rushed to Sainsbury's, I've rushed into the toilet, sat down, doing the business, all good. When it comes to wiping at the end, there's no toilet roll.
Oh, you're joking.
No toilet roll, Grandad. So what do you do when there's no toilet roll? You've got to make a decision now, isn't there? Because obviously you need to wipe.
You do.
So you're limited with what you can use. So what you've got to do, you've got to make a choice. One sock, no sock.
Oh,
So
well.
it's just cost me an Adidas sock, Dad, to wipe my bum in Sainsbury's because they never had any toilet roll for me to use.
That's disgusting.
How bad is that? It's too late. I was in such a rush to get in there.
You didn't have a chance to check it.
I had to go for it, didn't I? It's only when I reached in to refill for the roll, there was none.
Oh, poor old Pete.
How much of a letdown is that?
Big time.
Thankfully, I've got to the toilet in time without any other mishaps, but I'm a sock down.
Yeah.
In a supermarket like Sainsbury's, you'd expect them to stock the toilet roll. What's the time? It's first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
It's just gone 9:15. So you think they'd have a morning check and thought, hang on, we better load this right up with toilet roll.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
And what makes it worse is the geezer running in the toilet as I come through the door, he was smashing through the door as well, and then he knocked me flying. So he's probably in the same boat. Let's hope he don't mind losing a sock or a t-shirt or
A pair of underpants.
a sweatband if he was wearing one. You love it, don't you, Grandad? What would you have used?
I don't know. I even got socks on.
I even got socks on. So what would you have done?
His shoe.
You'd... What, I walked out barefoot?
Yeah, probably.
Just use your hand enough to wash it when you come out.
Oh dear.
That's terrible, isn't it? Don't you think that's a bit moody?
Yeah, I'd got to go on to the bloody, complaints bit.
What with?
No.
My sock?
Yeah, just so I've had to use a sock.
I mean, thankfully it flushed down the toilet, all right?
Well, that's handy. But, I'd have gone and complained, so I've had to use a sock. So I got into the loo and there was no toilet roll in there. I think you owe me a pair of socks.
So now I'm an Adidas sock down.
Yeah, it probably wasn't right, but I'll read it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't even mind. I never even had a hole in.
The heel wasn't hanging out on the toe.
It's that moment when you reach round and you go like this and you spin it and you think there must be, sometimes they have another one, don't they, on top of the toilet roll and they kind of move out the way?
Yeah.
Empty.
No.
Absolutely empty.
No, it's disgusting.
Gutted, Sainsbury's. Today, you have let me down
Big time.
and cost me a pair of socks.
Well, I'd register a complaint to the boss of Sainsbury's myself.
Well, you've got to contact Mr. Sainsbury's and say, listen here,
definitely. Yeah, you owe me some Adidas socks.
pal. That's a shout, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Let's do that. So on Grandad's advice, he said, why don't you go back in there and speak to customer services and make them aware that there's no toilet roll in trap number 1 and just tell them you've lost a sock. So I went in there, spoke to a lovely lady at customer services. She was very concerned and appreciative of how I felt and showed empathy.
Excellent.
She went and got me some new socks that I can wear now, say walking around with one sock on, one sock off. And she made a customer and a staff announcement to get someone to go and sort it out.
Poor blind.
Yeah.
Same problem.
So I've got a new pair of socks. So that's all good, and hopefully no one else ends up in the same trouble.
The poor guy's trying to push in.
Why don't you go in there, Grandad, and tell him you went to the toilet and it was so messy you had to use both your socks?
We're slowly getting the same.
Thankfully, the sock flushed, so it's not a problem. But yeah, you know what? They're the kind of things that happen to me, though. You sit down and it's all too late because you go, you look around and it's like, oh my God, there's no toilet roll. You know the ones.
And especially you got a mega roll like that as well. You expect there to be some there.
Anyway, I'm happy now. I've got these. So thank you, customer services in Sainsbury's. For me again. Bye now.
Bye.